Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. For this installment, the tarot cards I'm using are the Gilded Tarot Royale by Ciro Marchetti. Is it Ciro? Yep. And then text by Barbara Moore. Where is the website? Is it at the bottom? Yeah. Social media links and all that good stuff is at the bottom. I don't remember what it is. I want to say it's like Hay House or something. Or is that US Games? Llewellyn? Should be right there. Is it Llewellyn. You saw it. Supportive Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website on the back here, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, use an umbrella. Freeze frame on that and check it out if you're interested. The dice I use a 22-sided dice for the major arcana. I substitute 22 for 0 for the Fool. And then I use 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the element. This is where they came from. The dice shop and the website is mathartfun.com. Feel free to check that out if you are so interested. That being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And with that out of the way, let's go on to your reading. Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Aries? Stop it. Just stop it. Okay. Okay. So, who's on the outside is a great question. So, balancing something where somebody's on the outside. I don't know if it's you or not. I don't know if it's somebody maybe I can't tell things to. I feel like I want to tell people things, but I can't. There's nothing I can do with it. There's something here. I can't tell people things. You might be on the outside, or you might be keeping people on the outside. Part of this, whether you're on the inside or outside, whatever you are. So, like on the inside, you're holding information that you can't share. You're on the outside, other people have information that they're not sharing. Whichever way it is for you, there's definitely some things here where I'm like, things are not settled yet. It's almost like looking at like an auction house. Like I have no idea if everything's going to be sold and who's going to buy it. It kind of feels like that to me. Kind of like things are going to happen, things are going to change. Or it's kind of like if there's 5 tasks that have to be done, we're going to have a meeting in the next couple of days and we have to decide those people are, I'm not going to do them, other people are going to do them. And it has to be decided who's going to do them and when they're going to do them and how they're going to do them. Things haven't been decided yet. And it's not that it's not that you don't understand why things are the way they are. There's questions that are not answered, and there's like, even when these questions are answered, I might not be privy to that information, to how they did get solved. I might just be looking at the results once it's done. And there's just certain things here I just don't have access to. So, do I believe in the foundation of this situation? That's a good question. Okay, so it's being backed up by the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Knight of Fire reversed. I know what the situation is made of. I know what it came from. Because I know that, I have myself positioned in a certain place to deal with what I have to deal with, to make certain decisions. What I know about the history of this situation greatly affects decisions I'm moving forward. I don't feel like I believe in certain people. I kind of look at things where people make decisions and they do it for their own needs and for what they want. Um, kind of they make selfish decisions is the best way I can put it. But even though they make them for their own best result, they fail at that. So it's like somebody like they get ahead of everybody else. It's almost like getting into a store 2 hours before it opens and buying everything that they think that they want before anybody else has a chance. And even though they do that, they still buy the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Especially if like you're looking at a computer store, at some times of the year they get certain items in or something new is in. This is somebody who gets into the store 2 hours ahead of time, gets to buy what they want. They get all those computer things that they want, and then they get them home and they're not compatible. So they got ahead, they cheated the system, got what they thought they wanted. When push came to shove, didn't work. Didn't work out for them. And I feel like I know this about certain people. Like, yeah, they try to cheat the system and then they end up just screwing themselves over anyway. So there's that. I know that's a part of the system. So, like, if we're looking at these 5 tasks people are going to choose, there's going to be at least one, if not 2 people that are like that. That they'll run ahead, try to steal the best options, and then screw it up anyway. Just screw it up anyway. I feel like this is something I just have to kind of roll with. So, for example, if this was a corporate situation, I'll do the dice before I go too far. Okay. If this is a corporate situation, and I know this is going to happen, I feel like I'm prepared for it. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to let it get under my skin. I'm just, for whatever reason, you're just not. Probably because you're like, what am I supposed to do? Just stomp my feet and throw a hissy fit? And for what? For what? I just try to, like, maneuver it the best way I can to get what I need out of the situation. And you just seem to keep rolling with it in the moment. If people run in ahead of time and they get the option that they think's the best, hopefully that works out, but probably won't. I don't see like me being super upset about it. I'm just not overly invested. Like, yeah, that's going to happen. I'm not going to worry about it. The situation is going to balance out, though. It has a chance to balance out here. Okay? Whatever's going on, so we got these factors of these people that do what they do. Not really, I'm willing to say you're not a fan of them. Ironically, they're going to help the situation balance out. You're not going to see how it's going to be at first. I don't see you overly invested, but the reason they're bringing this forward at this point is kind of like, don't let go of this situation or don't feel like it doesn't have anything for you or something like that. Realize that you have an opportunity that's still yet to arise. These people who do these weird things that it's kind of like that's unscrupulous or that's kind of underhanded, probably underhanded. The stuff that they're doing is ironically going to open doors for you. So it's kind of like a good result for a bad reason. Does that make sense? Somebody's going to do the wrong thing for the right reason, or you know what I mean? You're going to have a good outcome for the wrong reason. Whatever. Hold on. Keep an eye on this. Keep your eyes open to what's coming toward you because people are going to screw up. They're going to do their foolish things. This is going to open a door for you. When this door comes and it opens up for you, the way to really cement this in the easiest, and I'll go to work with others. It makes me unnerved because it's kind of like, it's definitely is going to be one of those times, keep your friends closer, keep your enemies close. No, did I say that backwards? Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. You decide how that's going to go. Keep your eye on the dorks. I don't know what to say. How am I supposed to, it's like, it's tripping me up because I'm just like, I don't feel like this is something you're going to want to do. It's like really like no, I don't want to be around those people. Make friends with people you don't really like. There seems to be this community effort going on here because you will speak your mind when you need to. I feel like I've been on the outside for a while, but like get involved in the community effort here. It will get you what you want. And there's other people who see it more your way, but that are not vocal about it. You will have allies with this situation. I feel like this is why I'm like tripping on it, because I'm like, I feel like this is a lot. And honestly, it's a general read. You don't want to do it, you're not going to do it, and that's that. But they're saying if you want the success here, this is your path to success. So, but I'll say it again. Clearly, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you do it on your own, though, and you don't connect into that community effort, it does seem to work out, but there's a lot of stress with it. A lot of stress you don't need nor want. It could make you very much on edge. It could make things very difficult. This reminds me of, like, when you go to a movie you really want to see, but you end up going with a couple people you really can't stand. And it's so aggravating that they're there that it kind of ruins your experience for the movie. The movie might be really good, but like every time you hear the person next to you laugh, you're like, oh God, yeah, they're here. You know what I mean? And it just kind of like, ugh. That's the best way I can describe it. As if they were sitting right next to you. It's a lot more stressful. Every now and then it just seems to dampen the really good part of it, and it just makes the situation very unpleasant for you. It may seem like connecting to the community effort, you're like, well, I think that would do the same thing. I'm getting it goes better because you make connections that you're not expecting, and you find out from other people that they feel more like you do. They just handle it totally different than you do, and it'll bring a level of comfort in there. It's highly recommended that you go the community way. Clearly, you're going to do what you feel is right. Whatever this opportunity is, it's a work in progress. At the other end of it, you have more possibilities. It's kind of like, this is like getting on the right boat. This opportunity is like getting on the right boat to take you where you need to be. And then while you're on the ship, they're saying instead of just hanging out by yourself and just trying to make sure, you just keep an eye on what you want and like staying in your cabin and staying away from people, getting out there and mingling with people, getting to find out who else feels the way you do, making friends, making connections. That way when you get over to this other side of this trip and you get off the boat, you have people looking out for you and you're looking out for them, and you can make better of the situation. It does feel like that too. It's kind of like if it's it reminds me of like back hundreds of years ago when it would take 3 months to get across the sea. It's kind of like, if you're socializing with people and you're getting to know people, you have people who are going to look out for you. You'll look out for them in return, and then when you get out onto the land, you can do what you need to do, and it's a lot more comfortable and it's easier to find opportunities. If you stay to yourself that whole 3 months, they go off their way. They're like, well, good luck, Aries. I didn't really get to know you on that trip, and now I don't see why I should because I got a lot to do. They're going to go their way, you're going to go your way, and you're kind of going off in the woods all by yourself. You just got to figure it out as you go. It just makes it more advantageous to have the group effort, to have people looking out for you. Because at the other end here, you got the star card with integrity. Communication is a very strong piece of this, but to get what you actually want, you got to be more connected to the situation. A lot more is going to happen here. People need to get to know you so they can understand you and respect you better and understand that you're very trustworthy. They need to know you better. People need to know you better for this to really work out for the best possible outcome for you. Of course, if you don't want to do that, you'll still get to the other side. You'll still get your opportunity. It's just not nearly as good as if you're connected with a community because, like, I'm going to use it going into a foreign land. People see things. If you have 50 people out there in the woods, and people are going to find different things. Some people are going to find berries. They're going to find certain animals. They're going to find a pool of water, maybe fresh water. They're going to find things. And when everybody pulls their efforts and what they've seen together, you may not care about what you found. Maybe you found this certain type of nut that you're like, I don't even like that nut. Other people love that. And they're like, well, I found this certain type of berry. And you're like, well, I love those berries. You know what I mean? I'm making it very simple, but you get my point. If you're just out there on your own, you're going to miss a lot of opportunities because you're just never going to know. So, clearly, it's a general read. If you don't want to, then you're not. And that's that. This reading is hopefully inspiring you to consider a different choice. That's what I'm getting. If this reading is hitting, of course. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.